So I've been selling online for almost 10 years now, both on marketplaces and also on my own website. And in the beginning, some of the products I've sold have failed, but my winning products have made me over 7 figures. So with time and experience, I've learned what to look for and what to avoid when choosing a product. Now, I know many of you want to start an online business, but you don't know where to start. Which products do I sell? What's working right now? What is the latest trend in digital products? I'm going to cover all that today. I'm going to share 9 product ideas that are profitable this year in 2024. And no, I'm not going to talk about t-shirts or mugs. There's going to be a lot of unique products today. In fact, this listing right here only has 1 image and a weird looking title. It took me a while to figure out what this is, but this store is making $44,000 a month with 90% profit margin. So a lot of interesting stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things you haven't seen before. Now, keep in mind that all these products can be sold on Etsy or your own website, but I'm going to use Etsy today to show you proof of demand because on Etsy, we're able to see the sales and revenue numbers. So let's jump right in. So number 1 is journals. So these are simply blank journals that you can customize your name on it. Now, to be honest, this is probably the simplest product in this video today, but it's making $19,000 a month for this listing. So now you might be thinking, this is a physical product. Yes, it is, but you can fulfill this using Printify. So they've got this exact product here. It's the same exact size and the number of pages. And if we do a rough profit calculation, sellers selling this for $14.99 and plus $6.90 for shipping. And if you check Printify, this book will cost you $6.84 and $3.69 for shipping. So if you do the math, before Etsy fees, you're going to make about $11.36 in profit, which is 75% margins. Now, you don't see that a lot. Now, if you go back here, Everbee says that they sell 635 units every month. So simply multiply that by the profit number, 1136, and we can see that they're making $7,200 in profit for this listing alone. Now, that's before Etsy fees, but you can see it's plenty of margins to begin with, right? So if you're new to this, that's how you calculate profit. So don't just take the revenue number and think that you're going to get that, because with print-on-demand products, there's always a cost to fulfill the product. And plus, this listing is relatively new, just about 4 months old. So something to think about. Number 2. So this is called Nursing Study Guide. And this one actually blew my mind. So this is a digital download of a study guide that helps nursing students in their school. It's a very niche product, but check out how much they're generating from this, $18,955. Now, understand that this is a digital product. There's no physical product to send. So most of that is pure profit. Now, generally speaking, it's about 90% profit margin if you're selling on Etsy. But if you're selling on your own website, you probably just pay about 2-3% for payment processing fees, plus maybe a small fixed price in subscriptions. But you take home a lot more when you're selling on your own website. So we're looking at about $17,000 in profits for this listing. Now, you're probably thinking, I can't do this. You're right. Most people who watch this video probably won't be able to do it because obviously, you need to be an expert in the subject, but that's good for those who are, because it creates a high barrier to entry for competitors. Now, in this video, I'm covering a lot of different niches, so you can choose the one that relates to you the best. But even if you're not doing this, you can learn a lot on what they do. You can learn from how they package their products, their marketing strategy, and you can apply that to your own niche. Now, if you look further, you go back to the store level. This product was not even their bestseller, right? Let's pull Everbee again. Just look at the revenue here. So if I do a total of this column right here, it's just the revenue, that's at least $250,000 a month for the entire store. And if you see here, none of these products are even on sale. So these are the true revenue numbers. And this is not a glitch, guys. You can check this for yourself. I know a lot of you have Everbee, but if you don't, I believe they're having a buy one, get one free deal right now. So I've got a link in the description if you need that. But just check this out for yourself and learn what they're doing right. So if you look further, beside their digital products, they're also selling different study flashcards, journals, workbooks, and they also have their own website. And I'm not surprised, if Etsy is just a small fraction of their overall sales. And you can see here, they've got a fairly huge YouTube channel with 175,000 subscribers, giving out tips and advice, and they link back to their website here. So I think this is a great concept. Number 1, high barrier to entry. And number 2, they're selling a product that solves a specific pain point, solving a problem for the audience. And they've got a huge social media presence, and they own their own audience. Now, before I get to the next idea, quick word from our sponsor, .store domains. So when you're starting your own online store, there's one super important thing that you need, a special web address called a domain name. So think of it as your store's very own ID on the internet. So Rihanna has Rihanna.store, Shopify is doing its thing at Shopify.com, Behance at Behance.net. The ending of those names is the domain name. So if you're running an online store, why not go for a .store domain? You've got celebrities like Mr. Beast, Cristiano Ronaldo, Michelle Obama, Maroon 5. They're all using it. In fact, Mr. Beast ditched the usual .com for a .store domain because, well, it just fits better. So if you're building an online store, having a .store domain not only makes sense, but it also adds some extra flair to your brand. A website that ends in .store tells your customer right away that it is an online store selling products. It's different and stands out from those long and confusing website names. Websites that end in a .store domain get a whopping 87% more visits. They get twice the visibility on Google, and they also get 12% lesser cost per conversion when running ads. Now, let's talk about savings. You don't want to spend too much when you're just starting your business, so the team at .store started a program called Elevate.store to help all online sellers with amazing deals and discounts. So there's something for everybody, but when you choose a .store domain, you're going to unlock access to exclusive discounts up to $2,500 on essential e-commerce tools. We're talking about platforms like Wix for building your website, ShipStation for shipping, Vistaprint for marketing materials, MailChimp for email marketing, and many more. Now, for a limited time, I've managed to get one heck of a deal for you guys, so you can grab your .store domain for just 99 cents for the first year. Simply head to the link in the description below and use the code to get this offer. So thanks .store for sponsoring this video. So number 3, this is called a wedding binder checklist. So it's basically a template that you use on a wedding day to show the program details, the after party location, the ceremony, etc. So let's click Analyze Listing here. And you see that they're making $16,000 a month. But if you look closely here, it's on sale for $7.46. So if you do the math, 746 times 822 units, $5,700 a month with 90% profit margin. So I think that's really good considering it's just for one product. Now, a lot of people say that the wedding industry or the wedding niche is too competitive, but I think competition is good. It shows you that there's a healthy demand for the products. I mean, Etsy is probably the number one place for people to shop for wedding related items, right? That's why wedding items do very well on Etsy. Now, the good thing about this is that these things will continue to exist for many years. So the way to stand out is to play with the design. Product will be the same, but consumer taste can change, right? So if you have an eye for design, I think this is something that you can potentially start with, expand to other wedding related products, because there are hundreds of related products in wedding. You can go crazy with it. And speaking of crazy, this next one is called mental health products. Now, this is not a particular product, but it's more of a niche. If I do a search on Etsy just on mental health and I run Everbee, you can see that there's a huge demand for these products, right? So an example of a bestseller in niche is probably this coffee tumbler right here, selling $42,000 in revenue. And this can be fulfilled using a print-demand provider like Guten here. They've got the same exact coffee tumbler. And as you can see, the store has many of the same products with many different designs. And this other one also in the mental health niche. They're selling a digital download or worksheets, flashcards, etc. The price is $161. So if you multiply that by 69, that's $11,000 every month. And since this is a digital file, most of that is profit. Now, if you look at the store level, the other products are selling pretty well. But I think there's some barrier to entry here because not everyone can do this. It requires some kind of expertise in the subject matter. But for those of you who are in the space, I think this could be a great option. Number 5. Okay, so for this one, I was actually scratching my head when I saw this one. But this store is making $44,000 a month. And this listing is pretty bad. I actually had to read the description and the reviews to figure out what this really is. Because they don't even have any images other than the thumbnail here. And just look at the title here. Plandy Mandy broke as a joke meal plan. You don't know what this is. And if you look at the description down here, she literally only has one sentence. So I think this is officially the least optimized listing I've ever seen on Etsy, but they're making $44,000 a month. Now, of course, I did more research on this and they actually have a huge following on Instagram. So almost 400,000 followers, and all she does is share cooking recipes, and in the caption for every video, she pitches a meal planner. So this is actually a meal planner. So not another cookbook, but specifically a meal planner with the promise of, number 1, saving people time, spend less time in the kitchen, and number 2, save on grocery bills. So that's the promise of this product, right? So I think a lot of people can relate to that. That's why she's been quite successful with this. And again, she's solving a real problem for real people. So if you look at her links here, she has her own store here and her Etsy store, and she's also building her email list. So respect to her to be able to do all that, right? So now think about it. If she's making $44,000 a month with this, imagine what she could do with a fully optimized listing, maybe with more images, sneak peeks of her meal plans, more videos, because she's already doing that anyway, more social proof in the listing. So number 6 is candle gifts. So this is basically personalized candles. So if you check Everbee here, this one's making $44,000 a month, which is insane for just a candle. They're moving almost 2,500 units last month, which is massive. Now, if you're wondering, yes, this is a print-on-demand product as well, believe it or not. Printify is probably the only provider for this product at the moment. And they actually just released this recently. So if you look here, they've got a few different types of candles. The only thing you need to do is to design the label, and Printify will stick it on a candle and they'll ship it to the customer. Now, if you're looking for design inspirations, I think you can go to Kittle. It's something that I use personally. If you search for candle in templates, you're going to see that they have a lot of ready-use templates for candles. Obviously, you need to change the text, some of the designs, but at least this is a good starting point. Now, if you notice here that this candle is for Teachers Appreciation Day, it appears that people buy gifts for teachers during this time every year. So if you're selling products for teachers, you'll always see a spike at this time of the year. But I think candles are a universal gift, so you can actually target other holidays as well, because there's so many holidays during the year. And especially if you're already selling gift items in your store, I think this is a great addition. So number 7, family portraits. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen these custom portraits where you take a regular photo and turn it into a watercolor painting like this. You can see that this one is making $27,000 a month in revenue. And this is a pretty new listing as well. So this is basically the same concept. They have their own style here. Yes, there's a lot of listings that sell the same thing, but these guys, they have their own style. So same idea, but they came up with something fresh. So if you think that a certain niche is too saturated or too competitive, think again. Think of how you can provide a unique angle, slightly different twist to it. Because sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to reinvent the product. Just find a unique angle to sell a product that's already proven to get sales. And this product is proof of that. Now, if you go back to the listing, you'll see that they actually charge based on the number of pets or people in the image. So 2 figures, $32. If you want a family of 4, it's going to be $55. And you can even choose whether you want a full body and half body. So I think that's a smart way to upsell and to increase your average order value. Now, the question becomes, can you still do this if you're not an artist? Answer is yes. Because I know someone personally who's selling these portraits without knowing how to draw. There are plenty of freelancers that can do this on Fiverr, starting from $5, $10 per image. And also there are a few AI tools out there that can convert the image into a watercolor. But if you use that, you probably need to do some touch-ups after that as well. But the AI will do 80% of the job. Now, if you think that this is too complicated, this next product is complete opposite. It's a very simple product. In fact, I'm confused on how an insanely simple product like this can generate such massive sales. And this is personalized baby blankets. So just take a look at this, guys. This one generating $44,000 a month. They ship 1,900 units every single month. I mean, look, guys, you can see it for yourself that it's simply a blanket with the baby's name on it, and that's it. There's no other graphics on it, and even the blanket itself is pretty much the standard fleece blanket, right? Printify has a lot of these blankets, and I was doing a rough calculation of this, and average profit margin is about 25-30%. So it's not bad. And they're not the only listing here. And we've got this one as well, $67,000 a month, selling 2,500 units every single month. I think that's insane for something like this. Now, if you guys want to do this, I'd recommend finding a unique angle, just like the watercolor painting we discussed earlier. The demand is there, customers are already there. They want to buy personalized blankets. Why not offer it in different style? Maybe offer a different set of colors, maybe pastel colors instead of these bright neon colors, maybe some earth tone colors, or maybe add some cute graphics to the design. Now, number 9, this is not a print-on-demand product, but it's been blowing up recently on Etsy. Check this out. So this is a digital marketing course. Yeah, you can now sell courses on Etsy. I mean, it does make sense, right? It's a digital product. Now, let's check how much they make. $62,000 a month. And you can see here that this was launched 3 months ago. But we're not going to fool ourselves because we know that this product is on sale, right? So we know that they're selling 40 units a month. So let's multiply that by the sale price here, $387. That's still $15,500 a month. 90% of that profit because it's a digital product, right? $15,000 for this product that was launched 3 months ago. Now, I know that it's not easy to create a course. It takes a lot of time and you got to understand the topic. You got to share your personal experience and it has to be good because people will write reviews. So you got to make sure that your product is actually good. Now, before you write this off, you want to think about what you're good at. Is there a specific pain point in the market that you can solve with a course? And it doesn't always have to be about making money. Something as simple as a meal planner here is also solving someone's problem, or how to train a dog, how to take better photos, how to grow your Instagram account. The bigger the problem, the easier it is to sell. But of course, you got to make sure that you're able to deliver on your promise. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to cover any of these ideas in more detail. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video when I publish it. Now, if you want to see more ideas, you can click on this video here and I'll see you there.